Hey, my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Torino Tarot. This is your monthly Taurus and whoever's sitting in the tree, Kissing. This is for Taurus and Aquarius for the rest of June and just about the first couple weeks of July. I like to do this one mid-month to mid-month because you can kind of pick up some better energy instead of just going from the beginning of the month. So this is a 9-card spread, 3 for recent past, 3 for current energy, and 3 for future energy. We'll pull 2 from the bottom of the deck for overall, and we'll pull 3 for guidance from the universe. Probably going to pull those 3 from the oracle decks. Alright, so let's see who we got at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, y'all up worrying about something. And the 5 of Wands. And they both are coming back true to what they are. The 9 of Swords, you're worried. The 5 of Wands, you're not focused and your energy is scattered. So let's see what we got going on with Taurus and Aquarius. So from the recent past, you got the Hermit card, the 3 of Wands, the Magician. For your current energy, you have the Moon. Your centerpiece card and challenge card is the 8 of Coins, Princess of Wands. And for your future energy, the Hierophant, the 4 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. All right. Let's see what we got going on to us. So, y'all are up worrying, and that's Aquarian energy. Aquarian is probably up worrying too. It feels like some of you, if you're not physically separated, you've been mentally separated, and it could be because one of you working extra hard at work, trying to build a business, or maybe the other of you is in school and taking summer classes, or trying to finish up for the quarter, however it's resonating. But it feels like you both are up at night worrying about the other, and it's kind of cute in a weird kind of way. It's kind of cute. But this is going to come to an end. Your energy's going to change. Along with that, and this card is not waiting to talk, it's talking now. Y'all know, y'all got this going on. But it's not just not focusing, it's just your energy is all over the place too. So it feels like a lot of you are, if you aren't already, you're going to have extra projects, extra chores, extra stuff going on with your partner. And that may be why the universe is giving you a lull right now, because it's getting ready to get busy real quick. So let's see what we got going on. For the recent past, the Hermit card. Some of you may have purposely split up or decided to take a break so you can get into your own head and figure out what you really wanted to do with this relationship. For many of you, and this is not going to resonate with everybody, but it seems like for many of you that are in a Taurus Aquarian pairing, this particular relationship has almost been kind of like my head is going here. It's just like a stop and start, stop and start, stop and start. And it could be for a variety of things. It's coming back that some of you, some Tauruses were not ready. On the other side of that, some Aquarians were not ready. Some of you may have been schlepping shit from the past, finishing up a divorce, finally kicking out the ex and moving the ex's stuff out of the garage that's been sitting there for 6 months. There's a lot of that energy here. So taking a time out recently in the past to just kind of step back and reflect on what direction you're going in. That's where that's coming from. The 3 of Wands. Some of you may have been, again, not necessarily cheating energy. This is not really coming back as that. It's coming back more as people had commitments or things that they had to do with exes, and it just, nothing, not the infidelity part, just the emotional shit. and just trying to finish up. Some dealing with baby mama, baby daddy energy, in-laws, that kind of stuff. So in the recent past, it feels like some of this is getting cleared up or has gotten cleared up, and kind of opening the road for the two of you to move forward without that stop and go energy. With the magician here, it's telling me y'all had to really think long and hard to come up with tricks to get this going the way you want it to go. And this is not so much towards another person. This is really about you producing the magic to make changes within yourself. And for a lot of you, it may have been difficult if you're an Aquarian cross-watching. Some of you had this energy too, where, you know, you're trying to figure out what the hell, what creative thing do I need to do to make this better? And it's that kind of energy. It's not the dark side of magic. It's the lighter side of magic. You know, positive thinking, trying to keep your thoughts in a place where you're not depressing yourself or the other person, that kind of thing. So, and this is a major card. So whatever changes you made or whatever adjustments you made to your thinking about your partner, this is where that's coming from. Current energy. There's another side to the relationship, and a lot of you are trying to face the reality. This is a major card. You love this person, and then I'm talking to both Taurus and Aquarius. There's a dark side to both of you, and it feels like for a lot of you, this is energy you're really not used to dealing with. A dark side could be anything from, you may have a guy that likes to go to the strip club. Nothing to it, really. He's just where him and his boys go on Friday, the first Friday of the month. And that's just what they do. And it's one of those things where if you're coming out of a relationship or have been in relationships where you've been hurt before, this is dark to you. Taurus, Aquarius, either one. So this is telling me there's some reality that you need to face about the other person. Nobody comes all sunshine and glory. Everybody's got a dark side, and you may have to, again, do some more thinking adjustment so you can kind of get your head around. And this is, again, nothing malevolent or nothing dirty, evil, nasty, whatever word you want to put on it. Those are words that are floating around in my head right now that some of you are thinking, well, we ain't shit you talking about. No, this is just things that you may not be used to. Nothing illegal. I'll throw that out there. It's nothing illegal, but it's just a darker side of the person. When they get upset, they may be whoever, the Taurus or the Aquarius, maybe the kind of go and sit in a room somewhere and shut off all the lights. And that may be something you yourself are not used to. And that may seem strange and creepy and, you know, wolves howling and shit. This is just the universe kicking it out to you that you got to deal with the light and the dark. We all have it. Now, how you choose to respond to it, that's another thing. Your centerpiece and challenge card here, Taurus and Aquarius, Taurus primarily you because this is your energy. Keep working. Some of you have wanted to just say, fuck it, I'm done. Keep working at this. Because this relationship feels like it's got good energy, but there's certain things just kind of blocking it. And again, it's that start and stopping energy. With the Princess of Wands being right next to it, that energy is loosening up. And you are free to roam about the cabin. Hello. It's loosening up. As we speak, that energy is beginning to loosen up, and less of the start and stop and more of the go forward. Future energy. That's just what the hell it is. It's time for commitment, Taurus. It is time. And this is specifically your energy. Taurus, it's time for commitment. Here's the thing. If you look at how the cards are lined up, you got the Hermit card, the Moon card, the Hierophant. 3 majors in a row, and they're all kind of dealing with the same thing. In the past, you had to take a step back to look at what you're doing, the decisions that you're making. You got to deal with the dark side of somebody, which is not about somebody jumping out of a car with a gun, doing on stupid shit. I'm just talking about things that you do at home, or things even that you may do in private. And, you know, I didn't know you farted when you brushed your teeth, that kind of shit. It can be that light. It can be something that's serious. Like I said, if somebody has a depression issue, if they're depressed, things that you have to deal with. You love this person, you got to deal with it. Want that commitment? All of that goes with the commitment. So it's time, Taurus. It's time. This ain't no 6 months away. Just these readings are short. I'm only going a month out. This is time. It's time. And I can feel a lot of you are anxious, a lot of you are excited, but a lot of you are nervous. You just know what the fuck. Because again, with all that stop and go energy, you gotta let some of that stop and go energy go. You've worked hard. You've worked very hard at this. This is you, Taurus. You've worked hard on this relationship. You've put in time and effort, sweat, blood, and tears. And even though to this point you may feel like it's gotten you nowhere, it's not sitting there for nothing. You may have to rebalance, because if this turns into something bigger than just, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, if this turns into moving in together, getting married, getting engaged, any of that kind of stuff, you're going to need to take a minute, because you got a lot of stuff to do. All that stuff underneath him, you may need to just take a brief break, regroup, and figure out what you want to do. And then this is your Aquarian energy, to make sure your mind is not clouded, because you may go forward. Communication is going to be key here, Taurus, with your Aquarius. Communication is going to be key. And change your attitude. If you look there, I wrote it right on the card. You may have to, Taurus, change your attitude about how you communicate with this person going forward. You're not going to be able to do the bull in the china shop thing. Aquarians do not like and do not succumb to Taurian bullish pressure. You know the shit we do. Get mad, start huffing and puffing, want to run around. Yeah, that's not going to work with your Aquarius. It's not. So you're going to have to change your attitude about how you communicate. You're going to have to actually just stop long enough. And Aquarians don't like, Tauruses don't like it either, but you push us there, we will get loud, crazy quick. But Aquarians are chill. They come from everything from a totally different perspective. Everything is a mental gymnastic challenge to them. So Taurus, you're blunt, down to earth, I really don't care that I hurt your feeling type communication style. You're going to have to change that. And you're going to have to finesse a bit with your Aquarian. Aquarian, if you're cross-watching, understand, we are just what we are. We're Taurus. We are bulls. So we don't understand that in-between shit that y'all do. They kind of have communicating. Aquarians communicate very differently. They don't always say, I love you. But then, you turn around and they'll be standing there right there waiting on something. Waiting on somebody to say something to you so they can cuss them out and let them know who they are. And that's how Aquarians show their love. They're not like us. We have a tendency, and this is part of the loyalty in us. We want to make sure you know that we love you. So we'll say it 5 times a day. Aquarians are like, yeah, but their actions, and you have to really know your partner to know their actions speak volumes. And if you're not used to communicating at a subtle level, Taurus, this is a good time to start. It's a good time to start. And again, if you just look at how these cards are lined up, they're opening up pathways to move forward with some of the things that you had to work on, or some of the tricks you may have had to just come up with, to just even get to a place where you could just see that this relationship might have some potential at some point. At the end of all of it is the communicating and how you communicate to each other. Air signs and earth signs don't always communicate very well, because you're dealing with two very different things. You're dealing with air and earth. So neither one really needs the other. The earth, if you're just dealing with the soil, the yuck of the ground. Mars got yuck on the ground, but you can't breathe the air because they ain't got no oxygen up in that joint. So you really don't, the two don't need each other, but the two complement each other very well. If you got that mate, that Aquarian or that Taurus, it just complements you just perfect. It's an awesome relationship. This is good energy, Taurus. Don't, again, your object, your challenge, your obstacle is to get over the fact that you've done all this hard work for nothing. Don't walk away believing that. That's not true. That's not true. But again, understand your Aquarian doesn't process things the way that we do. So it may have taken them some time, and just on a more practical level, again, getting rid of, and this is the card on top of your challenge card, getting rid of that bullshit, the hangers-on. You done broke up with somebody 6 months ago and they still trying to text you like you just got out the bed with them. This is the energy you had to get rid of. And a lot of this was just a matter of timing and how the universe was moving at any given point. So again, don't feel like you need to walk away. At the end of that, you're going to need to take a rest because you're going to have a lot of stuff to do. And this card is coming back. Some of you may be trying to plan a wedding. Some of you may be trying to plan a romantic getaway. Some of you may be trying to buy a house to get all this good shit. So you're going to need to just take a quick break. Take a quick break, regroup, and figure out which way you're going. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for guidance. And it's just cute with this Nine of Swords, y'all. Everybody just up at night. I wonder what he's doing. I wonder what she's doing. You know, and that's, in a way, it's very touching because you both are worrying about each other to a point where you're not sleeping because your partner's not there. However this separation is playing out for you, if it's more of a mental thing and not a physical space thing, and your partner's in school or they got this job and it's got them getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning before the crack of dawn, it's that kind of energy. So you may be physically close, but emotionally and mentally you may just be in two different places. Some of you are just getting back together with your partner. You may have had a break. This Hermit card, you may have taken a serious, full-blown, full-stop break. So it's just cute to me, the energy that's coming back. It's just that sentimental, warm, fuzzy, you know, I worry about her, and I hope she knows I'm in school, you know, that shit. Let's see what the oracles are saying. Stand your ground. Balance. Awareness. Awareness. You stand your ground. The universe is definitely saying, once you make this decision, Taurus, if you're gonna, it feels like some of you may be at the, not necessarily the decision-making stage, but the realization stage that your relationship is getting ready to start moving forward. So this is not resonating with everybody. This is for those of you, and that's start and stop and go energy. Stand your ground. You've worked hard. You've worked hard. You cried a lot of tears and done a lot of shit. Stand your damn ground. If this is the person you want, Aquarius, I'm talking to you too. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. However that's resonating with you. Balance. In order to make this work, when you come back here with the communication, you need balance. You need balance. And this is basic shit that the universe is throwing out. Eating right, sleeping. Not this shit here. Not this. Not up all night. But sleeping. Balance. And balance is not just making sure your emotions are in balance, but it's about you being in balance. And Taurus, I say this to you because we're so damn loyal to a flaw, we will sometimes forget to take care of ourselves. The universe is very clearly saying it in my ear. You need balance. So you can't just be so loyal that you forget to take care of you. Because once you get out of balance, you're going to throw your relationship out of balance. And that's definitely, it doesn't seem like any of you want to do that. So just remember, keyword there, balance, and try to keep things going where you're not doing too much of one thing and not enough of the other. You're not doing too much at school. If both of you are burning the candle at both ends, you need to sit down and have a discussion about termination date of when school is going to stop being so high pressure, when work is going to stop being so high pressure, so you can keep this relationship going. If you over focus on any area, it's going to throw the relationship out of balance, and you're going to feel like you're losing your footing. And again, your challenge to know that you've worked hard. You don't want to lose this, but you also don't want to walk away from it either. So, balance. Awareness. And that, again, is coming back to the communication, being aware of your partner, and not just, and I'm talking to Aquarius and Taurus, being aware of your partner and not just anticipating anything, but just being aware that they're there and that they're working hard to try and keep the relationship going in a direction that's good for both of you. Just being aware of each other. And it's really kind of this. I miss him, I miss her. Yeah, that. Being aware. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing to be aware of your partner. Being aware helps you communicate better. Being aware helps you stay balanced. Being aware helps you know that you worked hard for something, and being aware helps that commitment. I'm just saying. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave the reading there. I love you guys. Aquarius, I hope you guys have a good month as well. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.